Hi guys, it's Angie from YB Urban coming at you live from the YB Urban kitchen. Well, pre-recorded, but live right now. I'm live. Yes, it's cold, so I'm wearing my hat today because I think if I took off my hat, my hair would look weird. So I'm just going with it. It's -20 outside. I think it's a good day to keep my hat on. So real briefly, guys, I just want to give you a little bit of an overview of a couple of the products that I've been working on for the 2020 winter subscription packs recently. And the ones I'm going to talk about today, which is not the full collection, but it's a few of the products that you'll see, and they all have kind of something in common. And what we're going to talk about today is some of the skin healing, promoting skin health type of ingredients that we've gone with this month. So this particular collection, this little three item collection, came from my own need to really focus in on the health of my own skin this winter. Wintertime in the Midwest is really hard on our skin. It's very dry, it's very cold, and I think that our bodies just adjust in a really different way. And I think anything we can do to try to promote our skin's own healing by using some great ingredients that help with that, it's a great way to kind of get through winter without a lot of scars. So a couple of the things, I'm going to start by talking about our essential oil blend this month. So this one's kind of fun. I'm calling this one Mama's Kiss. And the best way I can think of to describe this oil is powerful yet gentle. So it really does remind us of when we were kids and we would hurt ourselves, get a cut or a scrape, and that moment when Mom would come by and kiss our boo-boo, like, it was amazing, the healing power that had. And I feel like this is meant to be a very similar type of thing. So the essential oils that are in here are all very gentle and skin nourishing, but also powerful in their ability to heal and protect the skin when we do have those kinds of cuts and scrapes or burns. So the essential oils that we're going to find in this particular blend include frankincense and lavender, rose absolute, bergamot, and sweet marjoram. So a couple of the things about these oils, I just want to talk about a couple of the oils, frankincense and lavender. So the frankincense version we're using in this one is the Cartier version, which is high in alpha-pinene. So that's one of the chemical components that's been studied greatly in frankincense oils. And that there's been a lot of research that would show alpha-pinene to be a very skin nourishing as well as spirit and mind nourishing component. So it does help in healing. It does help in reducing anxiety and those types of things too. So that's why we've decided to go with that one. And then our other one is lavender. So in this blend I'm using my new organic Bulgarian lavender. And lavender is one of those oils, it was one of the first oils to really be discovered in the modern study of aromatherapy to be an oil that can really help with healing, preventing of scarring, and it's got that, and it's very gentle. Most people can apply lavender undiluted. Not that you have to do that, because the effects of it definitely can carry through a carrier oil, which helps the oil itself go a little further. So you don't have to apply it that way. The other neat oil that I think is kind of cool in here that I haven't used a lot before is sweet marjoram. So I was looking into tea tree as a possibility for this, because tea tree is known for a lot of its antibacterial properties, which really help with things like infections and those kinds of things. But I'm not always a huge fan of the smell of tea tree. I think it can blend well with other things, and it's definitely a rock star oil. But I wanted to explore sweet marjoram this time, because the components and the properties of sweet marjoram and the synergy of that oil do a lot of the same types of things as tea tree oil. And I just really love the scent of sweet marjoram. It's very herbaceous, and I just like the way it blended with the other oils in that blend. And then of course that rose absolute, a little bit of that. That's a very expensive oil, but just a little bit of that kind of just creates a little bit of softness to the blend, kind of that, I feel like that's the kiss part of it. And then the bergamot also just kind of gives us a little bit of brightness to the blend, but it's also, a really calming oil. And so that makes up our essential oil blend for this time. And you could, the gentleness of this oil, like I said, it could probably be used undiluted, but there's not really any reason you have to do it that way. You can save yourself a lot of the oil and use it, have it go a little bit further if you use a carrier oil. So this month I'm also including as a bonus item our the Ultimate Skincare Carrier Blend. This is my first carrier blend that I've ever bottled. You'll be getting an ounce of this. So when you go to mix this in, if you decide to, you can use different oils if you want to, but if you do decide to make a kind of a first aid blend with this one, a 1% dilution would be 5 to 6 drops. You could even go up to a 3% dilution, 20 to 24 drops. Like I said, there's not really any reason to go higher than that. The carrier oils that are in here are very skin nourishing, and then the essential oils, it's just not necessary to use them in greater dilutions to get their effectiveness. So some of the cool ingredients in this include organic jojoba oil, organic shea nut oil, and organic emu oil. It also has organic argan oil in it as well. But the ingredient I kind of wanted to highlight in this one was the emu oil. So I did ask the question earlier on if anybody was vegetarian. So emu oil is an animal product. Emus are similar to ostriches. They're large birds. They're farmed a lot in Australia for their meat. And then the byproduct of their fat is emu oil, which some studies would suggest that emu oil has the ability to mimic human skin cells and be very regenerating. So having the ability to regenerate and repair damaged skin is one of the things that emu oil has been used for. Situations like eczema, psoriasis, and dermatitis have been found to benefit from the use of emu oil. We do have this currently in our Ultimate Skincare line, our soap and our body butter, and then also we have a beard oil with that in it as well. But this I decided is a really nice combination of oils because the jojoba also promotes healing, as well as the shea nut oil does too. Those are both oils that have been found to really help with, again, some of those cracked skin issues, cracked and dry skin issues, as well as cuts and scrapes and those kinds of things. I love this shea nut oil. It comes from the same nut as shea butter, but it's a liquid, and it's just got this very creamy, beautiful consistency. And then jojoba oil is one of the more interesting oils that I use a lot because it's got a long shelf life. That's part of the reason why I like to use it, and it has been shown also to extend the shelf life of other oils, so there's been some studies done about that. But it has a lot of the same properties as human sebum, which is a part of the chemistry of our body that helps to protect and nourish our skin. So sometimes when our skin becomes depleted of some of those nourishing agents, when we can replace them naturally, we're actually encouraging the skin to heal itself. So I think that that's one of the beautiful things about natural products, is that they really do encourage our body to do the things that it's already able to do. So I love that. Then of course, the last thing that I want to highlight today is this skin and nail balm. So like a skin, nail and cuticle type of balm. So this is a beeswax based skin balm. I think it's kind of a cross between a balm and a salve, and I'm going to get more into that. I'm going to do a video about kind of the differences between balms, salves, and waxes next month. But for this month, this was something that I often get requested. I personally have issues with my cuticles just because I wash my hands so much, and I'm also really fidgety, and I've always been a nail biter. And so, so I do end up with some pretty damaged cuticles at times. And this was a request that I had from a custom blending client who was having some issues with her nails. So I came up with, so I did a little bit of research on some of the essential oils that would be good in there, and some of the carrier type of ingredients, butters and waxes and oils that I could put together to try to help her with this particular condition. And so again, we're using lavender and frankincense in this blend. There's also lemon oil, there's a little bit of peppermint, and in this one I did decide to go with the tea tree oil, which can be really good for specifically for nails. It is one of the things that has been studied for nail health, because it does have some of those antifungal properties and other antibacterial and anti-infectious properties, and so it has been shown to be really effective, specifically to skin and nails. So I put that in there. It's also got the jojoba, it's got the shea nut, and then it also has shea butter and cocoa butter. And so that one's going to be, I'm really interested to see how you feel about that particular one. You don't need a lot, it's a small amount, but it should go a really long way. And I think that's it for this time, for this video. So there will be 3 other products that will be in the packs that I'll go through at another time, but I just really wanted to take a moment just to talk about some of those skin healing ingredients that we've decided to go within our products for this month. So I'm looking forward to getting you guys these packs next week. Keep an eye out for more photos and videos and information about the products that are coming. Thank you guys. Have a great weekend. Bye.